When I was 17 years old, I was called a jitter in my hometown. Jitters were guys who were renowned for our frowns and our interest in the post-grunge sound. With dyed hair, purple DMs bound tight, below shredded jeans and rock t-shirts, we thought we looked all right, and we found that looking alternative could get the girls a little bit flustered. It was something that was later to prove very popular for busted. So we cultivated a look similar to the modern day emo, just more well adjusted and with brighter clothes. Reading festival bands the colour of mustard and those black studded gloves. We looked dangerous and morose, being followed by security as we moped about in Waitrose. And while sat on the swings and going through roll-ups, we swigged upon cider and we moaned about grown-ups, and we talked about girls and the bands that we liked and the plethora of heavier drugs we should try, because we all listened to music. We all read Kerrang! To us, artists and drugs sort of went hand in hand. Each artist we rated celebrated their blazing on festival stages, or else raged against them in interview statements, complained that it aged them. Even that sounded great. We just wanted a way in, but it was frustrating. Like some really bad joke, because the dealers around our way were nastier blokes, skinheads in puffer jackets. You get smashed to a pulp if you, as a jitter, tried blagging some dope. So each night we talked highs, just how much we lusted for some kind of drug. Until Chen mentioned nutmeg. That's right, nutmeg is a drug. He printed off from the net details of its psychedelic effects, plus a comment that one trip was better than sex. I have to confess, we were pretty impressed as guys who hadn't tried either of those yet, and we swooped on our spice racks, we sidestepped our mothers, we gathered supplies, met with each other, shared our resources, grated the lot, we filled empty bottles of Robinson squash with the pieces, used water to top it all off. We did up the lids and we swiftly took off, and we went to the witches and we sat on the stumps and we opened the bottles, and oh, did they hum. But we weren't giving up upon what we'd begun. We held noses to thumbs, proceeded to chug for about 30 seconds, and then we began to throw up. A lot. And as we threw up, we spluttered and roared, chucking up chunks of nutmeg on us all. Eventually, each of us gripped to the floor, heaving to the point we couldn't heave anymore. And as we all lay there, we spluttered and chatted of how we might die, our faces all plastered in each other's vomit, that nutmeg and acid. It felt like an age, just 2 hours had passed, and then it wore off. We washed in the river, and we each headed home to safety and dinner, and I'm a lot older now. I don't want to spoil it with too many details. I've hugged a few toilets. I'm aware of the hard stuff. I choose to avoid it. I still drink, sometimes smoke, and I sort of enjoy it. And my mates have grown too. Some have moved on to bigger things. They have serious jobs, yet they seem to do everything. Then some won't touch booze. One won't take medicine. And there's some who are a mess from the way drugs have messed with them. I met with one the other day. He said he'd give anything to go back to the point where only nutmeg had tested him.